Hello everyone, this is Clossi and welcome to Daily Game Review number 61. Today we have Cam 1Q versus Isikoro 1-dan. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is a little high level for what I normally do, so we're going to look at what we can learn from this game. We're not going to do an in-depth review like we normally do and point out mistakes and what players need to work on. Well, we might, depending on how it goes. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to see what we can learn from this game by seeing how 1Q and 1-dan plays. Alright, so we're going to see that they should know Joseki in basic shape. White Isikoro is going to play a complicated opening, so this is not a common move because normally you would want to defend, and then maybe black goes into the Kobayashi and we do the Kobayashi, and that's all fine and dandy. But here is a little bit strange because you didn't defend your corner and instead approached, which is fine. It's just going to be very complicated. So black plays a one-space pincer, and we see Joseki happening. This move is a little bit strange because I'm not sure. I don't think it's Joseki. If you wanted to push, then you would just push. So I'm not sure if white knows Joseki. White definitely doesn't know Joseki. So as a 1-dan, white should for sure know basic Josekis, and it looks like he doesn't. So black is going to have to figure out how to punish white, and it looks like just splitting white with some generic move will be good enough. I would also consider taking the base here and maybe a peep here, and then just jumping out, and you can see already this is punished white, and white's in a very difficult position. I'm surprised he's a 1-dan if he doesn't know basic Joseki, but maybe he's really good at fighting, and that might be what it is. So black chose to play here. I would go ahead and play this because it takes the tiger's mouth and threatens white's connection, and it's free, and then sabaki my way out of here, and you can see that the stones have no way to connect, and you're moving up very, very quickly. All right, so we play here. White keeps pushing, and white tries to counterattack. A Tanuki is definitely the wrong thing to do here, guys. Definitely the wrong thing to do. Why? Because this fight is urgent. It is the most important thing on this board. All of our basics tell us, where's my weakness? Well, it's here. Where's my opponent's weakness? Here. So we have two basic questions to answer in this area alone. It is not time for a big move. It is not time for an approach. An urgent move first. So it's very surprising that a 1Q is playing over here instead of connecting, because this is cutting stones. Because look at these two groups. White is in a lot of trouble. Black is doing fantastic. But as soon as he Tanukis and white cuts, white is completely alive. While white is still losing on the board as a whole, it was much more powerful to play this way. All right, but instead, white just plays a simple move, and both players are ignoring the urgent point on the board. So it's, again, very surprising, very unexpected at this level of play. So both players need to get to those urgent points much faster and much sooner. White is playing this way, not getting any type of points. Black chooses a pincer here, and a high one at that. Doesn't look like a... Well, let's just see how it plays out. Maybe he has an idea. White playing another move that is not normally played, which is not a normal Joseki move. In this case, I think it's... I don't know this move at all. I don't know this at all, guys. I've never seen this move. In this case, I would probably play this way, though. That way, I can get a lot of influence while white is trying to get small third-line territory. And to me, this would be good enough. White gets 10 to 12 points on the side. I get 10 to 12 points in the center. And this influence will affect the rest of the board, while this territory will not. And I think this is good enough. Otherwise, I could even locally just play this way and then get a double Hane here. So white might defend like this. And if white ever tries to defend the corner, that I can get Sente, come back here. Or later, maybe, and white I don't think white would do that because you could get that in the corner really small. So white will probably Tanuki at some point. Let's say sometime later, you can come up with a double Hane here. Because if white tries something like this, well, the Aji in the corner is very large. Therefore, I think just defending with this simple move here is good enough. White usually wants to fix, and white will probably fix with some generic move here to make the cut nothing. That way, white will die, black will die in the corner if my reading's correct. If it's not, then otherwise, just nobody here. That way you still defend this. Actually, even if it's not, I would still play here, because if black does this, I would just play this way, threaten the cut, he fixes, I'm alive, he's alive, and we're good. Point being, Sente's far more important, and white has some weakness here, so I think just playing this way is good enough, and pushing and cutting is good enough. Let's see how black handled this. Black chose to play this way. In this case, he's choosing to actually try and stop white from... I don't know what he's doing, actually. I don't know what's going on. This cut is not good to leave behind. This is going to get dangerous, but I don't think the timing to cut is now because this corner is quite big. But perhaps later, this will be good for white. But cutting directly, then black can just take the corner, which black didn't do. Black chose to fight here. I think neither player knows how to play this corner. I don't think either player knows how to do this because now white could choose to cut off black. However, black has this, so maybe this isn't a good choice. I think white's in a lot of trouble. What if white just goes here? Then black plays here, and white can take the influence, but black got a very large corner, so that's not good. White still needs this move, I guess. Still needs this move. It's very dangerous, though. Very dangerous. This is bad timing on the cut. This Nobi... If black read all these variations, and black has a response for the Hane, then it's good for black. That means F3 was good. If he doesn't, then probably just take the corner. Simple and easy and good for black. So it depends on reading. This result is definitely good for black. White did get to the urgent point, so black made a mistake by ignoring that. However, locally, black got this, and globally, black is far ahead, and black has this move now, which he played immediately. This is good, and black is clearly controlling this game. White, I'm not sure what white is doing. This is not a good move. Yeah, it reduces liberties, but there's no point. White is trying to go here, but now black can attack this very severely. In the game he played here, normally you 1-point jump against the stones so that way you can get that Hane. Like, white doesn't have enough liberties to actually push and cut anywhere, so you want to surround white. Maybe you can do that. That is why I wanted to go this way and push white out. Even if there's something here, you can just jump or maybe even sacrifice the stones. Maybe even sacrifice and then get large influence. Who knows? There's many options, Maybe sacrifice isn't good. Maybe just do this and it's fine. Or do that and then that. Maybe that's just good enough. The point is you want to surround white with some type of move, some type of strategy. Normally this is not the way to play because white can just 1-point jump very easily. So you want to put more pressure on white with either some type of capping move or this move, and it'd be a little bit more powerful. All right, so white plays a 2-point jump. If it works, it's good. Let's see if black checks it, and black cuts. He says it does not work, and I agree with him. I don't think it works, so therefore white overplayed again. So white is misplaying left and right. And here there is a cut, so you have to watch this ladder. So push, block. I'll just show you. So we need to be careful of this variation and this ladder. This ladder works for white. So that cut is a very big problem. We need to be very careful. That means black just needs to extend one more time and white must fix the cut, which he did not. Therefore, the cut immediately works. Black did not see it. Black, you should go... Can we play this way? Not anymore with that. Okay, so I see what black's doing. Black is looking at the Aji here. Black is definitely looking at the Aji here. White trying to get these 3 stones, not really doing much. White's still pretty weak, and there's still cutting points everywhere. And now white is trying to play some Sabaki type shape. White is willing to give up these, and this cut still works, actually. It still works. White can't even connect because the cut works immediately. So white is in a lot of trouble again. So here white is trying to play a fast-paced. Black, you need to notice your stone here. So before you continue the attack, because you've already killed some 5 stones, which is good enough. That's good profit right there. And you took white's corner, good profit. And you get influence, definitely good profit. And you can still push down here. So I think black, you're good enough. So you need to ask yourself the questions, where am I weak? Well, immediately this stone comes to notice, which he does. Very, very good job. Black is playing very good this game. This does not work right now. Black can actually just go here, and if white wants to run, this is so small. Even if we let white connect, this is the worst case scenario. White, right? White connects out. Worst case scenario, white connects out. Then we just play this way and get some influence and push white. However, I think we can actually play a trade. We can threaten a trade here. And if we play this way and white tries to respond with something, and then we have this shape. This shape is a very good shape to remember, guys, because when you play this way, you can now look at this variation here, and usually you can try and get out. So it looks like we can't just yet, so we need to find another move here to threaten to do that. What is our move? We want to try and do this if we can. Otherwise, we're going to do this. In this case, our move, let's see, what should it be? What should it be? We need to look at a way to get out over here. What about, actually, there's just no need. Just go here. This is good enough. This is good enough. Normally, you can make some forcing moves, and you would check those and try to make E18 work. E18 is a very important variation to remember, and know that you need to get out over here and get the liberties over here, and then white can possibly die in the corner. But in this case, it doesn't quite work, so we are going to look at this variation. One more time, let me double check this, make sure I'm reading correctly. There. What if I go here, 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 here? No, that's not good. That's not good. Anything else I can do? No, I'm pretty sure this is the only move I got. And then you can kill white locally later if you can find a way to escape with this. Otherwise, you can go here and then maybe make this cut work. So for example, if I play this way, maybe this is good enough. Sometimes this is good enough. Sometimes just connecting over is good enough. In this case, I wouldn't recommend it. Oops, not that. Maybe a connection here and threaten the cut. Maybe a direct cut. Seems interesting. White can't, and then you can exchange here. Okay, so that's basically what you can aim for. Otherwise, I would just connect here, and I think connecting here is fine. Even if white plays this way, you can probably get a Hane and some forcing moves. Four liberties to four liberties, and white would play first. So that wouldn't be fun. Therefore, maybe we can actually even throw in here and turn this into a ko to kill white. The ko maybe is not good for you here, though. So it doesn't look like we can Hane, so we have to jump. And then play this way, and then defend ourselves. Then we can Hane here to try and threaten eyes. White plays here. And then we can just jump out here. Seems a little bit difficult, so maybe white's move isn't that bad. So taking all that into account, because in the game, you want to think about many things. So in hindsight, after seeing those variations, normally this move's okay. After seeing those variations, maybe an exchange here first, and then play here. In hindsight, that's maybe what you want to do. Or maybe you can come back and play like that, and then play here. That way, when this happens, you can just block. That is what reading is for, and these players are at the level where they should be able to read most of this out. In a game, you want to read all this, see what the strengths and weaknesses are, what the problems are. It looks like a problem's there, that would be something to fear, and so maybe you can make it a Sente exchange over here, and then come back and block. And that would be good enough. However, black, let's see what black did in the game. In the game, black played this way. If it works, this is good. I'm not convinced it works. We're going to see here. It's a ko. No, that is not the right move. The move is here and play here. Oh no, that's not a ko. Not a ko. But that's the best you can do liberties wise. So it has 3 liberties no matter what. No matter what, this group has 3 liberties. So the best way to start would be here, 1. And if white responds, 1, 2, 3, you just take the 3 liberties. Otherwise, you have 1, 2, and then 3. So that would be the best way to take liberties. However, black needs to get liberties somehow. And I don't see how. So black made a mistake. There's too many cutting points. That's why you play this way, and then that way, and then that way, and then play something like that. So black, looks like black has some reading issues, reading errors. White likes to overplay way too much. But this is online, which you see a lot of overplay like this online. Then white played that. Black needs to be careful. And black got destroyed in this corner. This is a very big loss for black. So now it looks like maybe white's back in the game. Yeah, because the top side is very, very large. This corner is large for black, but the top side's very large. And then the rest is maybe equal. So maybe black's still a little bit ahead, but white also has territory here. I don't want to count right now. So black's going to try and live in here. And okay, he's just going to reduce. That's perfectly fine. That's all fine. This is not necessary. All right, so white's going to try and surround this. So black's just going to... Black can just live with this honey. White has to do this, and then that. And then, or not live. White can reduce here with that honey, so it's very important to get that honey. So maybe black can even do this. There's a lot of weakness here, so black needs to take advantage of that weakness. It seems black's playing a little too normal in order to play this way. Okay, so he does take advantage of it. You can see he does take advantage of it. And now he's able to make life very easily, and he's alive. Now white lost all that territory he just had because he was overplaying a little bit. Let's see, what could white have done differently? There. White played here. Okay. Fine. White should have fixed the weakness first. Fix the weakness first, and then attack and surround. That seems a little bit more powerful. Alright, but also here, take the tiger's mouth. Tiger's mouth is usually the vital point, guys. Don't forget that. Okay. Alright, so now white tanukis, and now we're going to see how this plays out. Black already knows he's already alive, so no, white tanuki. Why did white tanuki? Oh, he's just making that sente exchange. Okay. Okay. He just wanted to make this sente exchange. Alright, so black's alive in the corner. And now black chooses to reduce the mile. Black, you could also push down here. It's also fine. White tries to cut, which is a little overplay because this is really, really strong. So there should be no issue for black here. So instead, white just makes some points. Okay, so white just playing a sacrifice play. Perfectly fine. Now black and Hane and double Hane. Black and double Hane. White can't kill this. So Hane had it too. There's all these cutting points. That means white has a liberty problem. If white has a liberty problem, there is a double Hane. But okay, so I'm not sure if this is a good game to learn from, because we're supposed to learn from higher levels good shapes, good combinations, and good basics. But these two players, especially white, didn't play Joseki's, messed up the fights and readings, and didn't play the basics. So maybe not a good example to learn from, but still, it's important to note that even at the higher levels, these basics should be applied. And black, the move is here. This is almost always the move. Just to double check. Yep, alive. Now you died. Looks like black was having time trouble, and that's why this happened, but white very easily killed this corner. Actually, white made it a ko. White should have just played here. Then it's dead, no matter what. This is dead. It's dead, white. You misplayed. Dead. So that was the vital point. Tiger's mouth, guys. It's where the eye is. That's actually not a tiger's mouth, but it's where the eye is. Take the eye shape. It's not the eye shape. Now it's a ko. Okay, so this game, lots of things that probably aren't basic worthy. But I think the reason for that is because looking at the clock, the amount of time both players had is actually 20 seconds per side. This was a very, very fast game. So you can see, even fast, these players are reading at least a little bit and trying to fight each other. But the reading wasn't very good this game, and that is due to the fact that it was blitz. I think both players could use better basics. That would help their blitz. But I shouldn't say too much because my blitzing is also not too good. That is why I think while this game is fun to watch and maybe exciting to see who's gonna kill who, and maybe fun to watch live for a 20-second game, I don't think it's something that you want to learn from too much, because both players decided not to play the basics in this case. So for these players, I recommend really brushing up on the basics. Get the basics down to where it's second nature, and it'll make blitzing that much easier. So that is my recommendation for these two players. However, I am not strong enough to teach these two players, so all of this has been just my hearsay, my advice, and my opinions. I cannot say if everything I have said is accurate or 100% correct, due to the fact that these two players are too close to my level for me to teach. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I hope you found it enlightening to see how even strong players still need to learn the basics, and how the basics can be applied even at higher level games. So hope you found it helpful. Hope you were entertained by the game, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching this video. If you would like to see more content or get notified for early releases, please consider becoming my patron on patreon.com/Clossi. This helps support me as a Go instructor and helps release more content. Thanks to everyone who supported my teaching, and see you guys next time.